Have you ever pondered over the peculiar paradox that ancient Egyptian rulers faced? A paradox so profound that it's woven into the very fabric of their civilization and beliefs. Imagine this: the ancient Egyptians held their pharaohs in the highest esteem, considering them divine entities. They believed in an afterlife where these divine rulers deserved to rest in eternal splendor, surrounded by treasures and luxury befitting their status. However, here's where the paradox comes into play. Despite such deep reverence, the attention and protection accorded to these deceased rulers dwindled as time passed. The once sacred sanctuaries were left unguarded, their eternal rest disturbed by the opportunistic plunderers. The lavish burial sites, intended to honor and protect the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, ironically became their greatest vulnerability. The irony lies in the fact that the grander the burial, the higher the likelihood of it being discovered and plundered. A chilling reminder of the transient nature of worldly grandeur and the paradox that ensnared the ancient rulers of Egypt. To understand this paradox, we must first delve into the intricate Egyptian beliefs about death and afterlife. Ancient Egyptians held a profound conviction that death was not the final stage, but rather a transition into an eternal journey. This journey to the afterlife was of paramount importance, a belief deeply ingrained in their cultural psyche. Life, death, and afterlife were not separate realms, but interconnected phases of a single journey. At the heart of this belief was the process of mummification. Preserving the physical body was essential, as the Egyptians believed the soul, or ka, needed a physical home. The mummification process was an elaborate ritual, a sacred ceremony where the body was cleansed, the organs removed, and the corpse meticulously wrapped in linen. But the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife didn't end with mummification. The burial practices for pharaohs were a spectacle of opulence and grandeur. The tombs were filled to the brim with wealth and artifacts, from golden chariots to precious jewels, all intended to assist the pharaoh in the afterlife. Even servants were sometimes buried with the pharaohs to serve them in their eternal journey. These practices evolved and increased over time, reflecting the shifting priorities and beliefs of the society. The early pharaohs were buried in simple mastaba tombs, flat-roofed structures made of mud bricks. As centuries passed, these modest tombs evolved into the grand pyramids, a testament to the pharaoh's divine status. Yet even these monumental structures were not deemed secure enough. The final phase of this evolution led to the hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings. These tombs, carved deep into the limestone cliffs, were designed to be inconspicuous, a strategic move to deter tomb raiders and protect the pharaoh's eternal rest. Over time, the desire to protect the pharaoh's rest led to more hidden and secure burial sites, a stark contrast to the Grand Pyramids. Despite the efforts to secure the pharaoh's eternal rest, the paradox unfolded. The grandeur of the pharaoh's burials, their opulence and richness, became a beacon for grave robbers. The more elaborate the tomb, the more it seemed to whisper of the treasures within, tempting those who would dare to disturb the pharaoh's eternal rest. Gold, precious stones, intricate jewelry, and priceless historical artifacts were buried alongside the pharaohs, a wealth of worldly possessions for their journey to the afterlife. But as these riches were laid down in the earth, they were not forgotten. The allure of such treasures, the promise of unimaginable wealth, proved too strong to resist. Over time, the Egyptians shifted their burial practices, trading the Grand Pyramids for more hidden tombs nestled within the Valley of the Kings. A clever strategy, one might think, to protect the resting pharaohs from prying eyes and greedy hands. But this move was not the panacea it seemed. As the centuries rolled on, the attention and protection given to these sacred sites ebbed away. The once revered resting places of the pharaohs became neglected, fading into the backdrop of the rocky desert landscape. This lack of vigilance opened the door to a wave of plundering. The tombs, once filled with the sound of sacred prayers and the scent of fragrant oils, echoed with the clatter of thieving footsteps. The pharaoh's eternal rest was disturbed, their tombs stripped bare of their treasures. The loss was not only material. With every stolen object, a piece of history was lost, an artifact of a bygone era forever removed from our understanding. The paradox of the pharaohs' burials, thus, lies in the tension between the desire for an eternal rest in grandeur and the practical need for security and discretion. The pharaohs' quest for a glorious afterlife inadvertently sowed the seeds of their tomb's desecration, a paradox that continues to intrigue and mystify us to this day.